are New Apple Music and Art Productions, and we're here at the Big Apple Film Festival. Now you might say, hey, this gentleman right here is Doug Lipp. He's my business partner. He does the additions, I do the subtractions. In other words, he raises the money and I do the creative, and he is the father of the talented Jonathan Lipp, who has the Big Apple Film Festival. Yes. How you doing, babe?
Okay, you're new and I'm Apple. Or am I new or you're Apple?
Oh, he's... Boy, is he ever right on that one.
Yeah. Well, I'm very proud of
That's why I keep him around, right? It's, not only he's a good accountant, he can add. I mean, it's really great to have. But we do a lot of film projects and music.
You're going to subtract it.
I got a lot more to subtract, let me tell you. We have so many projects. We have Lily's Place. Our director is involved with a thing called Chicken Delicious. It's about the most incredible person. We're right in the middle of doing a documentary about this incredible musician, this talent, and he passed away. But we're finishing it. We've just flown around the country and spoken to everyone he knew, and that will be out soon. And Lily's Place, which is the story of my life. And then again, we did The Grandmother, where I played a grandmother.
The grandma.
Too young, right? I'm not a grandma. But the grandma is really...
You were a young grandma.
Funny. A very young grandma. And that was great. It stars Gene, oh my
Farber?
God.
Gene
Yeah,
Farber?
Gene Farber. What a talent. Anyhow, we have Lily's Place, which is fabulous. That's all about music and the story of my life and all the incredible people I met. And we have Johnny Mello, that's another project. And The Grandma is on Prime Video, as well as The Psychic Diva. And The Grandma stars Gene Farber, an incredible actor. He's just the greatest. So you can check us out on Amazon Prime. Something else happened. We are on Rotten Tomatoes with The Grandma. So give us a lot of 5 stars and reviews. We'd love it. But this gentleman's son, Jonathan Lipp, is incredibly talented. I was honored to be in one of his films. He did a film about singles. Oh my God, in New York. It was ad lib. He was incredible. He is so talented. I can't wait until he does more films. And he's been doing the Big Apple Film Festival. How many years now?
Probably about 20 years now.
About 20 years. And he's
Yeah,
still such a talented young man.
I was still young when he started.
Oh, you still are. It's all in the head, right? So anyhow, we're going to be doing...
No, believe it or not, I'm an accountant by profession, but Sandy brought me into the business, so she's been a great help to me and inspiration. Thank you, Sandy.
Oh, I love hearing that.
She's an inspiring day.
And not only he has a very talented son, he has 2 wonderful children and grandchildren. Beautiful family. Yes. But we're so delighted that we're here tonight at Jonathan's Big Apple Film Festival, and it's so crowded. Oh my God. We had a fight to be at the, right here. See this?
We had to muscle our way into the step.
We had a fight to get here just to do this. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Look who I found at the Big Apple Festival, the film festival, Jonathan Lipp. He is one of the most creative young men I've ever met. Not only has he been doing this festival for now.
Oh, almost 19 years. Almost 20 years.
19 years.
19 years, yes.
Oh my God. I remember I was at the first one. His festivals have grown every year. They're better and better.
Thanks.
And he gets named people up and coming, so talented. And you've been doing a lot other things beside the festival, Jonathan.
I do. Yeah, I mean, throughout the year, we do workshops for filmmakers. We do classes. We do mentoring sessions. We do webinars. We try to connect emerging filmmakers and screenwriters with industry professionals like agents and producers and managers and distributors, etc. And do our best to, try to support new talent as much as we can.
Yes, I've been to a few, and I've seen them and followed them, and they're amazing and totally informative and a phenomenal way to learn. But Jonathan, I do have a question. I remember the films you made.
Thanks.
Do you have any plans to make any more?
Yeah, actually I do. I'm interested in developing a documentary that sort of profiles independent filmmakers to show their journey from conception to screenwriting to financing to production to distribution, and sort of what it takes to make a film. And I would like to profile a collection of filmmakers, maybe 4 or 5. And you know, I think there's an audience of people out there that would like to know really what the realities are of this business, because a lot of people sort of have this, I guess, idea or perception of what it is, and we all who are around it know that it's grueling and it's very, very difficult and time-consuming and tiring, and the walk along the red carpet is 0.5% of the actual journey. It's the tiny, tiny cherry on top after all said and done. So I'd like to make a film about what's involved. Yeah.
Boy, is this young man telling the truth. Oh.
It still might not make $1 million, but at least you can get it made.
At least you can get it made, yeah. So that's, you know, and yeah, so that's what I'd like to focus on for my next project.
That is so needed, because I know I struggle with making films, and I write them and the scripts, and then the question they ask go, where's your pitch deck? Your line producer has to come up with this, with that. And say,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Right.
Jonathan, that would be amazing if you do that. That would help so many people.
It's, you know, it's, yeah, there's a lot of things people don't realize. I know I was just having a conversation with a fellow, industry representative that comes to the festival, and we were having a conversation about how difficult it is to get a film made, and one of the things he mentioned was that, you know, some very well-known directors, Francis Ford Coppola, for example, he's making a film right now. It took him 11 years to get the financing. Martin Scorsese had a film some years ago that came out about 10 years ago. It took him a long time to get the financing, and I said, you know, you would think that these guys with those kind of names can make one phone call.
Yeah.
Like, what? You're Francis Ford Coppola, you're Martin Scorsese, of course, all you gotta do is pick up a phone and you make a movie. No, it's not. It actually takes years to get the financing, even for people like that. And very often people drop out, money gets withdrawn, and it becomes a very difficult process. So I think we should, you know, be good to see the realities of that, yeah.
That is great.
Yes.
Sandy, I wanted to just ask you a quick question. If you don't mind just going back a little bit, I mean, was the creation of the Big Apple Film Festival out of a desire to essentially create a showcase for your own work? How did it start?
Well, that's a great question, yeah. So I had made a film at that time that I was trying to submit to film festivals, and it got into a few festivals, but the majority of them it did not get into. Obviously, it's very, very competitive to get into festivals. And, you know, I thought it would be interesting to start my own, as you just said, to showcase my own work, of course, right? But also to showcase the works of other filmmakers, because if you begin collaborating with other people, it's a great way to meet other people. Film festivals are the best way, I think, to network with people. So to start my own and do it the way I wanted to, I thought would be a really great opportunity. And I didn't know if anybody would want to get involved, but luckily other filmmakers did, and it's just extended from there. But I've always been a big supporter of, you know, the underdog story, low-budget independent film, entrepreneurs who build a business from the ground up. I have a tremendous amount of respect for people who take those chances, and I'm always fascinated by it. So that's why I felt a film festival was a good move.
Well, every one of your subjects, I have no doubt, for your documentary, will have some kind of singular passion and purpose behind why, whatever it is they're pursuing, because you got to have it.
Right.
And then a filmmaking or editing background is helpful too.
It definitely is, yes.
Yeah.
So,
what about narrative, like the difference between narrative and documentaries? I mean, if you were to kind of examine what you knew when you started and what you know now, what has changed?
Well, for me, I will tell you this. Back in the day when I was younger, I always wanted to be a filmmaker of narrative films, and I wanted to write screenplays and, you know, hire actors and make films like that. And as I've gotten older, I've actually become more intrigued by documentaries. I never thought that when I started out. I was like, documentaries now, that's like the stuff you watch in school. But now, let me tell you, I've gotten really into them.
They're a lot more accessible.
Yeah.
With the foundation of knowing what you're doing, you can tell an amazing story.
Yeah.
The parameters that seem to surround narrative filmmaking are they're just insane. You know, and million-dollar budgets, not that you have to have that much money, but it's just a totally different animal.
It is. It really is. Documentaries, I don't know, there's something about, you know, just following real stories, not even just with film. Like I even like even with books, I prefer to read a nonfiction book now. Listen to a podcast, you know, and even if I do watch a narrative film, I prefer to watch a biopic. You know, I like true stuff. I don't know. It doesn't mean I don't like a narrative film, but the majority of stuff I watch now are actually, you know, nonfiction.
I have here, look at this, the Bath Big Apple Film Festival. We have this young man who's a producer, writer. Gosh, Eddie Sanchez, welcome. Tell us about your projects.
So I have a few projects that are coming out. The Diary of Kate the Ripper is a horror thriller that should be coming out next year. That's my first project. My second project is going to be The Fallen. It's about a Marine captain that dies, and he's in a purgatory, and he thinks he's back home. So the next one is going to be My Name is Fate. That's another horror, and I'm excited about that one. It's about
Are they short films or?
Feature?
Full length?
Films. I write feature films, horror. So that's my specialty. So I'm super excited about it, and I can't wait to make these films. So it's exciting. So
I can't wait to see them.
I'm super excited about coming out to the world and just showing my work. You know, what else can you ask for? Like to make a living out of something you love, and that's what I love, horror films.
So all of you remember the name, Eddie Sanchez. Go to Google and just put in Eddie Sanchez, and you'll be able to keep up with this talented young man. Wonderful. So delighted to meet him. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's so great being at the Big Apple Film Festival tonight. I'm thrilled that my good friend and, shall we say, co-conspirator is here with me. I want you to meet Karen, the talented, very intelligent, charming, lovely Karen Freed.
She definitely won something from me with all of those.
Boy, is she ever right on the head. Well, Karen has done a lot of things, which I'm going to ask her about. I think she's done more than I have, because we've all done film, we've done this, we've done everything. Yes. Anyhow, tell them a little about yourself, and then we'll talk about our plans for our fantastic future.
Okay, I'm an actress, singer, jazz singer, and I've done a lot of work with journalism as well. I've been involved on all aspects of production, etc. And that makes Sandy and I very similar in that respect. Some of the later things that I've done were The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, which is currently running, it's streaming on Amazon right now. Gotham, Law and Order, just tons of television, radio, print. What else have I done? Oh, singing, of course.
Yes.
Singing at Birdland and singing.
That's how we
singing
met.
yes, we did meet there. Those were the days.
Let me tell you something. The days are going to get better. See, between her ability and mine, we've been putting our heads together. There's so many incredibly talented people out there in the variety field.
Very true.
And we've decided to come up with something, putting our heads together, which is more like an improvisational variety, sort of a very unusual way to present people. It has humor, it has comedy, it has music, it has the young, the older. It will appeal to every generation.
Yes.
And so we're looking for locations right now.
Yeah, that's the main thing. If we could find the right location, we have our people together and we're ready to operate. And Sandy and I have been operating anyway for quite a while.
We certainly have. But we won't tell you about that. No.
Not right now.
Not like that, no. We're in operation, we really are.
Yes.
Well, I still have every Wednesday at Pekarna. Pekarna is a very interesting place on 89th Street and Amsterdam Avenue in New York City. It's owned by a very charming young man from Australia, an engineer, and he's built an entire sort of creative space. Has all these creative spaces for people, for singers, for writers. He has plays coming in there, musicals and everything. And on Wednesday, I have an open mic, which is a hoot, from 8 to 11. But it's a very creative space, and it's something that New York needs.
Yes.
Because it's a place where these young people can come in, present their shows, their musicals, the rock groups, you name it. They have plays. I mean, it's incredible what he's done. Then I'm singing Saturday nights, and so Karen and I are looking for places where we can do more together.
Yes,
Yeah.
as a team.
As a
it's
team.
so much fun.
Yeah.
And especially even when we work off of each other
Yep.
at the open mic. Dean is
Absolutely.
so wonderful.
He is.
lets us do anything. You know, we could tear the place down and he'll say, that's okay. He's a lovely man.
You know,
really,
that's-
lovely man.
Our videographer here was with me when I did the Oscar night at Pekarna.
Oh.
That was crazy.
That
We
was
do-
packed to the rafters.
To the rafters with people. It was utter chaos. I couldn't get the step and repeat up. It kept
Oh, my
falling.
gosh.
The boys had to help
I
me.
got the most hilarious footage of them putting it together, which of course I sped up to look like.
You've got to see this.
fast
He
forward.
did. He made it. He
was good
made
for
it.
a chuckle.
This
Oh,
is
my
Michael
goodness.
Stever behind the camera here, and he is so creative. Michael
Well,
Stever.
it helps when you're dealing with beautiful ladies.
Oh,
And he
isn't that
isn't
nice?
that nice? And he really has excellent taste.
Yes, he
That's
does. I have
indeed.
to admit that.
Well, you got a lot of grease paint flowing here between the two of you.
Yeah,
We
we
do.
have a lot of fun.
We do.
How
And
many years have you two known each other? When did you first meet? Do you remember?
I don't even remember. It's
I
been
don't-
so long ago.
I don't know.
Many years.
Don't remember.
Many moons ago. Let's say that.
Maybe another lifetime. We were
Perhaps.
sisters.
Perhaps. Yes. We should do that song sometime.
Sisters.
Sisters.
Na, 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 such devoted sisters.
Sisters.
Oh, that's
It's in
good.
White Christmas, right?
It's in White Christmas. Yes, it
Many
is.
men tried to split us up, but no one can. Lord help the mister.
I don't know the words
Comes
to it, but I
between
like it.
me and my
Sister.
sister.
'Cause I
And
never had a s-
Lord help the sister
Sister.
who comes between me,
Me
and
and
my
my
man.
man.
Hi, we're at the Big Apple with, wow, screenplay winner. What Big Apple screenplay winner, John Doble. Oh, you must be so proud.
I am very thrilled.
What is the name of your play?
It's the Rommel Gambit. It's a full-length feature. It's an espionage, World War II espionage drama. An American parachutes into Normandy shortly before D-Day, and his mission is to somehow convince the Gestapo that Rommel is a traitor.
Fascinating.
He connects with a woman in the French resistance who is very ruthless and may be a double agent. It's a good story.
Wow, I love hearing that. I wish my cousin was still alive. He was a captain, and he's walked, and he was the one.
Hold on a second, you two. Try not to cheat so much towards each other.
Oh,
Remember
okay.
to face out.
Oh, that's going to be hard.
Okay.
Yeah, look at him. We'll cut that out.
Find that.
Okay, anyhow, that's wonderful. I have family that was in the Second World War. I wish they were around to watch that. Now, what are you planning? What are your plans for the project?
Well, before I answer that, let me just say, this was inspired by my father, who landed at Utah Beach and fought his way across Europe, all the way to Germany. So that was the inspiration for researching and developing this film. Wow. The screenplay, it's not a film. What I'd love, to answer your question, what I'd love to find is a literary manager or a producer who's interested in this. Right now, I have neither.
Oh, it's so hard to
The
find.
hunt continues, but it's. You'll find it.
That's wonderful. I love the idea.
It's a good story. It's
Yeah,
a
because
good
my
story.
family too was in Second World War. My father,
Yes.
my cousin.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember when I was a little kid, my cousin would tell me all these stories about marching into Germany. He was a captain, and
Was he in the
just-
army?
Yes, And he told me stories about how they opened the doors and let people out. No, oh, I remember all this stuff when I was like 5, 6 years old. It was just, God, it was something. Your father told you a lot.
He told me some, and he left a diary, which I transcribed. And but yeah, he had some rough experiences. He was in North Africa and Sicily and Normandy and all the way across. He was wounded, won the Purple Heart, Bronze Star. Yeah.
That sounds fascinating.
Yeah, he was a great guy.
Love it.
So my wife and I went to Normandy and did a battlefield tour and some of the places my father's outfit fought, and that led me to think, gee, maybe I'll write about this. And so I created the screenplay. My protagonist, just to complicate things even more, is an army captain like your relative was, but he's Jewish, and so he's really got a tough assignment.
Wow,
Yeah.
I'll say, wow, amazing.
Yeah, it's a good story.
Well, I look forward to it. It sounds wonderful. I wish you all luck in the world. I know, stay with it. Never give
Okay.
up, because I think you've got a real winner here. I mean it. I feel it.
Thank you, Sandy.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
The festival is getting better every minute here at Big Apple. We have Bridget McMahon here, another screenplay winner. I want to hear all about this.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. My project is an inspirational feature. It's about a father-son story about a father who's an athlete and a son who's a musician, and they hate each other. And the mother's dead, and they, of course, along the course of the story, they forge a relationship and kind of drive each other crazy, but also find a way to meet in the middle of the road. So it's a little bit of romance, a little bit of father-son, and a lot of fun, and it's set in the world of professional golf.
Right, so very sort of inspirational.
Yes, yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. What are your plans now? What is your next step?
Well, for this particular script, we're shopping it with my manager's shopping it with some of the, like Sony Affirm and some of the bigger houses that do features that involve inspirational type things. There's a big market right now.
Yes, it is. I think it's much needed.
Yeah. And, uplifting as opposed to really dark. So I think in the pandemic, everybody wants uplifting.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Sounds like you have a real winner here.
Well, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
So nice to meet you.
Thanks for interviewing me.
Okay. We're here at the Big Apple Film Festival in the heart of New York at the Quad Theater with the one, the only, fabulously talented Karen Allen. You do so much. I've admired you for so long. What I want to know, we all know what you've done with so many things. What are you doing now, and how do you envision what your immediate plans are?
I have a plan to direct a film. I have a plan to direct a play this coming summer. I have a couple of other films that are coming out, so I'll be probably doing some support for them along their little roads. And that's about it for the moment.
That's for the future. Tell us a little bit about your film that was tonight at the Big Apple Film Festival.
It's directed by Sarah Schwab. It's her second film. It's starring Bill Sadler and myself, who play a couple who've been married for 40, 45 years, and he's dealing with some end-of-life issues, and it throws us into a very emotional time together, trying to figure out what that means to our lives.
Will there be plans that other people could see this film somewhere? Do you think we'd be able to see it maybe on Prime?
Hopefully. I mean, it's still doing its film festival year, so that the film festival year will probably extend to next June, which we premiered in July of this year. So, after it finishes its film festival year, I don't have anything to do with that aspect of it, but hopefully it will get distribution, or it will end up, in someplace interesting where you can see it.
Yeah, what I did, I opened my own channel on Amazon Prime for New Apple Music and Art Productions. I have 2 of our films there, which is just wonderful. I mean, there's so many outlets today, and for your film and for you, I'm looking forward for the masses to be able to see your film.
All right. Well, good.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks.
Keep up the great work,
Thank
honey.
you so much.
I admire you so much.
Thank you so much.
You take good care.
All
See you
right,
again.
thanks.
Bye. I'm here with a fascinating gentleman.
That's true.
Yes. See? He's very amenable. He's amazing. I mean, Elliot.
Elliot Moritz.
Elliot Moritz.
Right, and I've been a background actor since 2009, and I'm still doing it. It's a lot of fun. You need a lot of patience. My best feature, I spent 5 years doing Boardwalk Empire, and that was the best.
Oh my God, I know a lot of guys that were on that. That's fantastic.
Yes, and I also was in a documentary about Warren Buffett, and I played Warren Buffett. But you never saw my face, it was blacked out. You saw my fingers. What he did is he collected corporate bottle caps. So I had to hold up the bottle caps in his office, and it was filmed. You saw the back of my head and my hands. So that was a lot of fun.
My God, where do you get the energy to do all that? It takes so much time.
Time it is. You have to have a lot of patience doing this.
I did it once.
Oh, yeah. You can do 12, 14 hours.
I went nuts. I did it once.
I know. But it keeps me out of trouble. I meet a lot of interesting people, and I get around to the tri-state area to a lot of interesting places. So I really like it, but I'm of the age where they don't pick me much anymore. When the casting agents want 20 to 99, they're not picking me. So I just do whatever I can do.
That's fascinating.
Right.
Well, actually, you should do maybe what some of the women do. What is it? The fillers, Botox?
No, I won't do that. No, that's no good for me.
I know.
I'll just age gracefully.
So far, yeah, pretty soon I'm planning. I'm looking in the mirror. Well,
No.
Soon.
I wish I had a head hair like Doug. He's my envy.
Yeah, my business partner.
Yeah.
Everybody loves his hair, especially the women.
So, I've known Doug since 1967, when we both lived in Fort Lee, and I played basketball with him at the Fort Lee Jewish Community Center. And we remained friends ever since. So
Now, I'm delighted that he introduced you and your lovely wife to me.
yeah, we had a nice dinner.
We had a lovely dinner. They're wonderful people, and I'm just so fascinated with what this man does. We had to interview him tonight.
Thank you very much.
God bless.
Thank you.
There's a lot of talent tonight at the Big Apple Film Festival. This young gentleman was just in a film here that everybody is raving about, and I couldn't even get to him. Everybody was grabbing at him, saying how talented he was. He's so fantastic, but I finally got him. Marlon Tahihe.
Yep.
What a
Kihihe, yep, you got it.
What a beautiful name. Young man, tell me about yourself.
Yeah, I was born in Queens. My parents are from Ecuador. I was raised in Long Island. And I played sports my whole life, and I wanted to act my whole life, but I was shy until I went to college for soccer, and I said, soccer's over, let me pursue acting. And then I went to grad school for acting, and now I'm here chasing the dream.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to grad school at the Actor Studio Drama School.
Oh, I got it. Good,
Yeah,
I was a neighborhood playhouse gal.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah.
A few other places, Herbert Burke, you name them, all of that stuff. Wonderful. Tell me about tell the name of the film and your part, or more about your part.
The name of the film is A Stage of Twilight, and I play Joey.
And Joey was?
Joey is pretty much, Joey's a neighbor of Cora and Barry, but he's also like their son.
They're an older couple.
They're an older couple, yeah. They're an older couple. He knew them his whole life, and they kind of raised him as well. You know, they were always involved in his life, so he's been involved with them his whole life.
Well, young man, you have raves in this. How do you see your future? What's next?
Oh, man, I'm blessed and so happy that I get to surround myself with so many beautiful artists and actors and actresses. My fiance is an actress, and she's my favorite actress and my favorite artist, and she inspires me. And I'm just lucky to be surrounded by everyone that's creative and everyone that's inspirational. And the only thing I can wish for and keep doing is just grinding and being surrounded by people that I love, people that give me great energy, and just keep doing what we got to do to, do what we love, which is art and acting.
Well, you have a very positive, very good energy. That is vital, because when you walk in a room, people will feel it. You go in with that positivity and that openness, and I predict very big things for you.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Very nice meeting you.
You too. Thank you
Best
so much.
wishes.
Can I give you a hug?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Adorable.